Marisol Renteria, absent. Linda Halstead, present. Annie Larkin,
Present.
Sandra Michelle,
Present.
Pete Skinner,
Let's put it absent.
and Logan Dodd.
Present. Matt is excused.
Is excused. All right, call to the public. This is the time for the public to comment. Members of the board may not discuss items that are not specifically identified on the agenda. So, Joni Giacomino, high school students available for painting the cemetery fence.
Yeah, we have Key Club and National Honor Society kids that have to do service points for the communities. They volunteered at the Mariachi Festival. They'll work the track meet. And they do, when they would have done tours also if we had one. But there are probably up to 10, if not more, kids that would probably volunteer to do it. My question is, what is it going to take for them to be able to do that?
I think all we need to do is have voluntary forms signed.
Okay,
And I don't even know if that would be necessary because it's through the school.
right. Because we've done stuff in, what's that called? In kind, I guess, whatever. You know, the city has the in-kind agreement with the school district on the ballpark. I mean, I don't know if that would maybe be something to run by. And it's not like they're gonna be climbing trees and, you know.
No, it's not lead paint. You shouldn't put it in their mouth. So. But I do want to do the painting. I don't know if you saw that where they redid.
No, I hadn't seen it, 'cause it was dark. Well, that is pretty.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
So just a couple weeks ago, somebody took a truck and trailer through that gate, and they clipped off the bottom part of
Oh,
that decorative thing. We already repaired it
thank you.
and painted, yeah.
It's so pretty.
Exactly,
I
but
love
now
the
that's got
metal.
fresh paint on that whole top part, so I'm like, we really got to get the rest of
So it's
this.
like a forest green with the white on the
Yep.
columns, right?
So that we had that whole thing down, repaired it, and put it back up, so we painted it, so I'm gonna get the rest of that. Joni, if you want, I'll get the paint. If you, I don't know, can they do it during school? Or does it have to be outside of school?
It usually works better outside of school, but a lot of our kids have release time. So I mean, it could even still be like at 3,
Yeah.
possibly. I mean, I can supervise them. That's not an issue unless that's a problem for you guys.
No,
Because
no.
I supervise them in the stuff that they do, like the Mariachi Festival. I was there,
Yeah.
check-in, so to speak. And they're all pretty they're pretty good kids. Consider our, our top echelon, I guess. They're our honors kids and stuff.
Okay,
But
I can get
So do
paint
you-
supplies and a
And
$5
do
bucket.
you have to put in a work order or any, with a date or anything like that?
We don't have a work order system right now. We're
Oh.
doing paper, so it's, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So do me a favor and send me an email. It's just my name at Gmail.
Mhm.
That's an easy way to get a hold of me. If you don't hear from me, say like 2 days after you send it, call me or text me. And then I can put up a sign-up sheet, because I have a lot of kids in my first hour college class I teach. And then I can talk to Heidi, because she's the National Honor Society sponsor, Heidi Kirchner, she's a librarian. And because some of the kids were looking for some more hours, and I'm trying to encourage them to do a more diverse type of volunteer, not just ringing the bell, and, the more diversified you are, the better it is on scholarships.
Yeah.
And this would be fun. Maybe
Yeah, I would think so.
Wait till the cold catches me.
So what do you think, when you said wait till the cold, so
Yeah.
is that gonna be like after the first of the year?
No,
What is your time frame?
maybe in a couple weeks, it might warm up a little bit. We just have a weird front coming in right now. I would rather wait till after the front. And then if it isn't, well, then I'll just go.
We'll just play it by ear, but you'll
Right.
let us know.
But I'll talk to the kids on Tuesday.
And let's get it booked.
Yeah, we can get it rolling. I can get the sign-up sheets for it too. And the other thing is, I can also possibly have some of my kids, I have kids that need to make up hours because they're absences, and I can also include them in it.
Okay, yeah.
And it's because that can get us some numbers. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Joni.
No, thank you. Something else to.
I was looking through past things, and did we have it's not on here, so I can't discuss it, can I? did we have a tour, or, you know, you usually do?
So what happened was, last year, it conflicted with the haunted house, and that kind of killed us, so this year, oh, we're having the haunted house again. But stupid me didn't verify the date, well, they had the haunted house the week before. So we still could have had it, so,
Well,
we can do it in the spring, which would probably be good.
yeah.
But next year, I'm gonna get the definitive date ahead of time, and then we can go from there. It still would have been hard because my festival was right around that same weekend, and that's where it's a little weird, is,
So you can let us know.
yeah, and then I can look
So we
ahead and
discuss
see.
it at a meeting. or
Yeah,
anything.
so I can look ahead and see a date that might work well, and then we can start advertising it farther ahead of time.
So we'll count on you to come back for
Okay.
a call to the public then, right?
Sounds good, yeah.
And you're still watering, are you?
I haven't started yet,
Okay.
because it happened.
Now it's gonna be-
Yeah, as long as it was moisture.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we on the
I
agenda,
thought
we can't
she
just
was-
have open
Sorry.
conversation.
I thought we
It's
had
okay.
to keep her here since she was on the call to the public.
Yeah, I'll show
Okay,
you.
sorry, thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'd like someone to move for approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the Evergreen Cemetery Committee meeting held on August 8, 2024.
I move we approve those minutes.
Second?
I second.
All opposed?
We're all favor.
All in favor? All
Aye.
opposed?
Aye.
Sorry. One way or the other. Okay. All right, we're on to old business. Discussion on the columbarium and thoughts of Riverhead's model for the columbarium.
So, while you guys are looking at these pictures, I'm kind of teasing you. Close your eyes, I'm gonna take you on a visual journey of creative visualization. So you're on the east end of the cemetery, there's that beautiful little hill of all native Chihuahuan desert. Okay, we have a spiral path going around the hill. At the very top of the hill is kind of a model of this river henge, but it's smaller, certainly. You can see this thing's huge, but it's so small enough to fit on top of the hill, but with the same kind of idea of aligned with the sunset and the sunrise, so that these cool shadows show up on these four times of the year. And then in the benches and in the wall, all the cement, that could be the location of the columbariums.
Say again?
So I'm just
Where are the herbs going to go?
So in these blocks, open them up, there's drawers, just like I've seen columbariums in other cemeteries where it's just a wall.
Okay, so this isn't actually it, this is
This
a
would be it.
model.
This is just a model of what I would like, the idea, because it shows you
At
the,
least don't have,
No, no,
drawers.
this
The
is-
drawers have to be out.
right, this is an actual place in Tucson, and this would just be a model of how this is set up. And of course, if we would have to ask the permission, unless we would talk about that. Maybe if it's not exactly like this, we don't have to ask this permission. I mean, this is universal for millennia, humans have been doing this. So that's the idea. And so in the blocks would be the columbarium drawers themselves. And then because I'm picturing, think sustainability 7 generations from now. There's no more land to put bodies, but here's where cremains could go. And then as more spaces are needed, we make a wall around the path.
Yeah,
And we keep all desert landscaping. So that was just kind of my visualization, and it's just an idea.
I think it's awesome, especially that hill that you're talking about. I can see a lot of people being like, I would like to go be put up in that pool.
It's pretty,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking it's, I was a science teacher, so I'm always thinking, we came from stars, and we're gonna go back to stars. And this really ties,
Stonehenge.
yeah, Stonehenge, this is modeled after Chocolate Canyon. It's universal, and I think it'll be a nice place, we can have, contemplative spaces for people to sit, and maybe some, think about life and death.
And honestly, that I can't, it wouldn't be the most expensive thing.
It's cement,
Right.
and, you know, just some, if you look at the way the floors, it's just, oh, okay, here's the path, that's the path the shadow would take. And you can actually sit and watch it as the sun goes down, and then, you know, watch the triangle of light on the wall opposite you. It's very beautiful. And then, so I thought, I guess the next step would be, you know, get architects to look at it and think about it and design it. I don't know or ask these folks permission, we're going to see if they know somebody. I don't know where to go next, but it was an idea.
Contracted.
What do you guys think?
I like it.
I really, pardon me, I really like it. I think it's a beautiful thing to really align the seasons and the solstices. Pardon me. My only challenge is that the cemetery hours. Would
Oh.
people be able to enjoy the
Maybe
sunrise?
we could have special hours on those days. Certainly sunrise it opens and it closes at sunset. So then when the sun's gone, that shadow goes away, you better get out the door, or Chuck Beetle coming after you.
Lately, so.
But yeah, good point, you know, if you really want to sit there and enjoy it, maybe that would be a time, you know, that's a nice way to include the community more in our cemetery. Come out to the cemetery and view the winter, summer solstice. I don't,
I think
Yeah.
that's a great way to engage people.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it would be good advertisement. If you just take that walk and sit on that step and you may think, oh, I'm gonna buy myself a plot right now, or a drawer.
Already have.
Honestly, yes, when you talk to the architect, we could even more or less build in the cost to pay off the whole thing over time with what, you know,
Yes,
as
start
people
selling them.
start doing it, yeah.
Well, that brings up a grant. And did you say you know someone that writes grants?
Yes.
Because if we could get a grant, then we wouldn't have to worry about payment.
The city, we utilize local first, and what they do is they're provided grant money to hire grant writers for all kinds of people. More or less, you just reach to them with what you like. But we've exhausted, the city is, they're like, okay, you guys calm down, you've had plenty, spread the love with the grant, so I would suggest one of you approaches, and I can send that information out about seeing what's available or whatnot. John Luther is the name of the grant writer that I really like. That's all he does. And I mean, he does probably average about 1 grant a day for the whole year, so it's his job. So he's very knowledgeable about what's out there and what could possibly be available to fund something like this on top of being really good at getting it, so.
Well, do we have to pay him for a consultation, or can we talk to
They
him?
get, no pay, you just reach out and you talk about your project, you know, and they'll usually take it on, so.
Oh,
I think they're permitted, what is it, up to, well, for a nonprofit like me, it was 4 grants per year. They
Yeah.
will have a grant writer do for you. And the grant writer has a database. They can see all the national grants available that align with your scope.
I know you're really busy, but could you do that?
I
Or
am
check
not,
with-
I can try to check, but I have to be careful because I'm still using them for the museum.
Same thing with me, basically.
Yeah.
So what does that leave with us?
You could say the cemetery committee, I
How
mean,
about, okay, Sandra?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is part of the city, but it's a separate
To
thing too.
reach out to the grant writer and just, yeah,
Let's
happy
see
to.
what we can come up with.
Yeah,
Because if we can get a grant and have it paid for, let's get going on it. and
Yeah.
Get it done. Now that we've got a model that everybody likes.
Well, yeah, you want to get your grant for an architect to design everything and then build out the cost of what it's going to be, and then it'll be another construction grant probably.
You know, from start to finish, we want the money.
Yeah, they have to study the soil type, and, you know, I don't know if that's really, you know, like an old mining tailing.
Well,
that
they
kind of
would
thing,
need,
you know.
that would be part of it, is
Yeah.
checking the ground. If they're gonna be putting up structures like this, they'll have to have a certain amount of compaction and,
We don't want them to sink.
You know what else you mentioned, and I don't know if I should say it out loud, but if we run out of land or whatever, we need to go hit up, Freeport. Because,
That's true,
you
there's,
know, they've got all that land around there, and they're very generous with business.
yeah, that's another way to expand.
So I think
I was
if
planning.
we get to where we need to expand, we need to go.
we are definitely, we're trying to get a lot of stuff opened up, even for just trails around town, I mean, through middle of town and stuff, but they don't like to give it up, so. We're definitely trying though, and there's people in Freeport that want to, and I'll help with the city on that too, so. It's a possibility. I could see Freeport as an option for possibly funding this too, is not another one. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then just community development. You can go to Freeport site, community development, and you can reach contacts through there. At the very least, you could probably easily secure one of their smaller grants to even get a conversation with the architect. Because if you're able to get even a design, a small one or something, then you can use that to help apply for other grant type work too.
And Sandra, I'll give you my business card. I have contacts for a lot of the people that he's mentioned, like Freeport's community, person.
Thank you.
So you're okay with that,
those. I
we're
carry
not
one
dumping
too.
on you, you know what you're
this
asking
is,
about?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And I want to thank you for doing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really
It
like
took
that
me a
idea,
long
Karen.
time, but
That's
I,
cool.
Great idea.
thank you, I'm glad you guys liked it.
Okay, we're down to number 2, discussion on signs with the cemetery rules. You had been working on that.
Yeah, I think the last thing we said was there was just a few that Steve didn't agree or whatnot that were kind of commonplace. I just need to put the sign together more or less and get it posted, so I just backburnered it and I apologize.
Okay, so move it to the next agenda?
Yes. Because we did discuss that in last time, and I think we'd said,
Yeah, I
we did
remember
review
the,
it and have that, so.
you couldn't do no guns because of.
Yeah, I don't remember what.
Something like
Exactly.
that.
Next, discussion on the status of landscaping bids.
And we were talking about, a regular type of service too, right, with like tree trimming and doing all that, or anything
Yes, you
particular?
you were still waiting for a bid from By Faith.
Oh, gotcha, no, that is all done. The only reason it hasn't been actually happened is because the bucket truck has been getting worked on. So I called them today and left a message because we had this meeting, but about 2 weeks ago, or at the last council meeting, it got approved for By Faith to win that.
Any chance it will be done by Veterans Day?
Yeah, no. Monday?
It's still, I do drive-throughs and it still looks good.
Yeah, that'll be by.
Yeah,
I was
they've been able to stay on top of that.
I was wondering though, if Joni wants any help from this landscaping company, so when they are doing it, they could be watering.
I didn't really contract them.
That wasn't in on the deal.
No, yeah, and they don't necessarily, and honestly, what it comes down to, we could probably take our water truck and hit things too, just spray it
I'm
right
just thinking
down
about Joni, you
the
know.
lines. Yeah.
So the landscaping you're talking about is actually the arborist tree trimming.
Yes.
Is the what?
The arborist and tree
Oh,
trimming,
just
that's what.
mostly trees, not grass
No,
and,
yeah.
well, that's still with the county,
It was just tree trimming.
Just DOC.
And
yeah, it does
removing
all-
dead stuff.
DOC.
Yeah,
What I said, county.
county.
All right.
I get it. Yeah, so so all the dead trees.
I see, okay. Okay. I like how we just keep knocking these things down and getting more. Okay. The discussion on the status of the fence painting, we already did that.
We did. Well, I'll go ahead and put that, I'll email Joni,
Okay, so you'll do that.
and I gotta take this aside. Public Works is Logan. Hey man, how you doing? Oh, okay, 302 Black number? You want me to send out a guy to Blue Stick? You want me to send a guy to Blue Stick? You got it, man. No problem, thank you. I'm sorry guys, if you can feel free to keep going, I'll be quiet. Who's on the call? Hey Adrian. Hey man, just got a call from Arizona Water. They gotta do an emergency dig, 'cause there's no water at 302 Blacknum. Could you go Blue Stick that? Thanks man. Bye. Okay, apologies.
Discussion on the marking of unmarked graves.
Did that relate to the satellite work?
I'm guessing so.
I think these are just items left on the agenda from last time.
Yeah, so that had to do with the sim sites, and they were going under the, working on the process of getting all those unmarked graves identified, more or less, and flagging. So as far as I know, that has all been done. I think that database, they're all up to speed now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6, discussion on status of guided tour and QR codes.
Another repeat,
Yep.
last time I thanked you.
Yep, and that
Wonderful to
one's
go there.
completed. So you guys,
And
yeah,
that
right
got
under the
done.
signs.
Yeah, I think the only thing left is if we wanted to put identify it
Numbers on
more,
the
numbers
bridge,
that
right?
go with the tour.
With the tour, yeah.
And, do you guys still want to, I haven't heard anybody say, I can't find them, or you need to mark these graves more. Is it necessary?
May not be.
There's some of them aren't on the trail and you have to like walk around and look a little bit, but I think if people are really interested, they'll find
They'll
it.
find it.
So I'm ready to let go of that.
Let go of the
I
numbers.
think it's, sometimes I fixate on
Well, you
minor
know, you
things.
get an idea, and it sounds good. So that's good. And then we have number 7, discussion of hours of operation sign placement.
I did put that on the,
It's also a
Thank-
news business.
yeah, I think that's because I told Marina about it.
Okay.
So,
Are we on to new business then?
I believe so.
Yeah, we can, yeah,
Because
it's
it's on
on
the
there.
new business, because it really is.
I think that's where it's at.
Our faithful servant that locks up at night
Yeah.
has had more than twice, there's people that are, so the sign that says the hours of
Yes.
operation, it's on a
Dawn to
post.
dusk.
And, yeah, dawn to dusk, and it's on that, looks like a tire wheel rim, and it's inside a little bit. So people, that they go walking in and they don't look at it, or it's just a hassle. It would be better if the sign was outside the fence, so it would be really clear when people go through that gate, that sign's right there. You can't say, oh, I didn't see the sign, because she's having people, when she's trying to lock up and leave, there's people still in there, and they're arguing with her because they say they didn't see the sign. So probably the sign out front would be better, because, does that sound right?
Yeah. And you know what? I knew exactly what you're talking about, because I was like, yeah, the placement's inside. So I'm going to be doing the rules as well. Maybe I can try and design a nice sign that does sunrise to sunset and has the rules listed, and we can put it on the front a decent size.
Yeah, and just one sign instead of, because the fence is so pretty, it'll look ugly if we get it covered with signs. So one sign with the rules and of course
Well, we
the
need one at every gate,
hours of operation is part of the rules.
and one at every gate.
And so do you think, do you want me to mount it on the fence or should I mount it outside?
What do you think about vandalism?
I hate vandalism.
I do too.
That's why I'm thinking it was put inside, to tell you the truth.
Yes, I could see that. I think it's gonna be something we'll deal with no matter what, if somebody's gonna do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We tried raising the signs up in Old Bisbee to high, and they still decide to stand on each other's shoulders and slap stickers up on them and everything else, so.
Yeah, but let's try it.
So let's do whatever's would look prettiest, I think.
Yeah.
That's what we think would be best, so.
I do tend to agree with Linda though, that I think hours of operation should be at every gate. I know it's not as aesthetically pleasing as I would really prefer, but until we can get maybe some type of brass plaque or something, I think that's important. And hopefully that will help alleviate any challenges that Joni has encountered while she's locking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's logical. One rules and 3 hours of operations. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try and figure something, maybe even if I'm not sure on the design, I can bring it to the next one or something and get your guys' feedback, but.
Well, maybe it'll look nice, maybe it would look nice on one of those white columns.
You know what, maybe doing like a rule one, and then something like a nice design at the top, sunrise to sunset, and then we can do a smaller rules at each one. So like the main entrance have something there, so. I'll design something and bring it to you guys. I'd much rather do that instead of feel like, it's okay, look.
Okay, we are now at member comments. Do we have member comments?
Not at this time.
How about staff comments? Mr. Smith?
Let's see, December we'll have the, Wreaths of the American, so that's the next thing, so I can just tell you that we'll have the trees all done and everything before that event, at the very least. So, and that's the 7th,
Okay, thank you.
December, I think, yeah?
I'll do that.
I'm getting 7th and 17th, I'm not sure.
I'm afraid it was the 7th, I can't participate.
It's Wreaths Across America and they put a Christmas tree on
That would make sense though, for Arbor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
December 7th.
Yeah. And then I think we usually pull all that around the halfway through January. So it gets a little more than a month with everything, with the wreaths on everywhere. But either way, I mean, I'll definitely make sure that we can get those guys in there to clean up, do all the trees. So I said it should only be no more than 2 days,
December 14th.
14th.
That sounds
I like it, more time.
good. Is that good?
Well,
Better.
I have to work the first part of that day, but I'll participate in how, in any way that I'm able. I'll assist in any way that I'm able.
Any future items for discussion?
Just ask Sandy what Ken said. Columbarium report. Columbarium grant update.
Yeah.
Okay, and then.
Grant writer secured or not?
And the next regular meeting, we just talked about that.
To be determined.
Yeah.
But if you
I
guys
think it'd
want.
be like it's early February or late January, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Usually
I think
goes.
last time it was
Probably.
in February because it was an auto show and I couldn't come.
Yeah, it was like it was February 3rd in 22, February 2nd in 23. So we'll have to ask Lorena. Reach out to Lorena. ask her the dates.
And the 7th, what were we doing on the 14th?
That's
That's
Reese.
Greece Across America on December 14th.
Okay. Oh, that was the date I had my brain blow. So I cast out all the wreaths and then
Oh, jeez.
next thing I knew. Okay, sorry, that's on. Okay, so our next regular meeting,
I'll email Lorena and ask her to let us know what those dates are.
And if you guys need to do, well, it would be really difficult. Well, the 14th. I mean, is there any kind of anything coordinating you'll need to do for that, like in order to meet, or should it just be?
Usually
could be
it's,
across emails.
yeah,
It's like we get the bleachers out there for you guys, and then you'll need a PA system.
yeah, I think it's with the
Marisol
American
takes
Legion,
care
it's
of that.
Marisol and American Legion of
Marisol.
VFW.
Okay.
Yeah, like, a couple of us show up.
Yeah, we just
She's,
need to-
she's really the coordinator.
So there shouldn't be any need for another meeting or anything
I don't think
beforehand?
so.
Okay.
Because even if Marisol is swamped, there's a lot of people in the American Legion that,
Yeah, they
and
help out with
VFW,
that.
all those folks.
Okay.
So hopefully, we're all right.
okay, well, if that is it, our meeting is adjourned
Okay,
at
All right.
are you filming on it?
At 6:06. Just,
Are you filming?
yes. Adjourned by Linda.